to my channel. So today we're going to have a little bit of a fun craft where I'm going to I'm going to make my own mini fire pit. It's definitely to go outside on like a patio or the backyard. It's just going to be a little table one. You can make it taller if you'd like, you just have to have a different stand. So what we can do first is go through the items that you will need. So I'm going to start with this first. This is just a flower pot, like literally hand width. What I will mention is like this is what I could find. I was actually trying to find like a ceramic bowl, like a white bowl. So what I'm going to do is, because I got this and I have some white paint and a paintbrush, I'm actually going to paint it and then we'll let it dry. Again, you don't have to do this part if you already have that. That's perfectly fine, but I'm going to do it this way. So we have that, and it's up to your choice, like for the size. Like I could like this size because my backyard's pretty small, but if you want like a bigger one, that's perfect too. So the next thing you're gonna want is rocks that will cover, or sorry, that will fill your pot that you're using for the fire pit. So I've actually measured these out, and yeah, so I just have a bunch of like different rocks, or sorry, stones. Let's find some cool ones right here. This one kind of has like craters in it. I don't know if you can see that. There. This one's actually kind of see-through a little bit. Kind of neat though. Here's an orange one. It's a very flat one. There's like like kind of sparkles a bit, or yeah. Anyways, the next thing you'll need. Right. Okay. So I'll talk about this one in a second. Here is the stand I'm using. It's a hummingbird. There's the beak head. Anyways, again, this is probably only like a half a foot tall or so. So I'll be putting it on like a table outside or just on the ground even. So yeah, so that brings us here. Because this is kind of like with the pattern, it's not flat. If you find one that like fully covers that you can lay a pot on, that's perfectly fine. But because of that, I'm just going to do this so this can sit on top of it. Just so it doesn't, like, the pot doesn't fall through. And so besides our rocks, I actually am choosing to put some like kind of marble rocks in there. It'll kind of glimmer nicely with the flame, I'm hoping. So I'll just scatter those around when it's time. And then my son actually found like little rubies, and as we all know, I named my car Ruby. So he found those, and then what we're going to do is like put kind of like that, but in this pot. So yeah, that's what we're going to do with those. I do have two of those like see-through marble ones. I'm not sure if I'm going to use both packages or not, but I will see. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, mostly through this video, is to paint this, and we'll assemble the fire pit. So the most important part here is the little fire fuel. This is like a gel fire fuel, and what we're literally gonna do is just like scoop it around. So we'll put like this in first and then put the rocks around it, and then we'll make our little fire pit. Because it was kind of funny, I was in Walmart the other day in Canadian Tire, and for something like this it was like well over $100. And you know, it's great if you have that money to spend, but unfortunately I don't. So I like, it works better this way for me, that we can make our own. And all of this stuff here was actually from the dollar store. Some of it Dollarama and others like Dollar Tree. And yeah, so we're gonna start painting this and let's get started. All right, so I just got a plastic cup which I'm gonna put the paint in. If you have something flat, that definitely will work better, but I just don't have that, or I can't find it. So just a little bit probably. If we need more, we have more, right? So I have a paintbrush. It's a good idea to put like a cloth or a garbage bag or newspaper even, just down so you don't wreck anything, so you don't ruin anything that's below it, like glass table. Just don't want to clean that literally. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna start with the inside, I think. Am I? Yeah. No, I'm gonna start with the outside of it. I don't think I'm gonna do the bottom just because nobody sees it. I'm actually surprised this goes on really well. I wasn't sure because like the material the ceramic is, like I had one that I was like, oh, ceramic, you know, it'd be easy to paint, and it did not take the paint at all. So I'm happy with this. And I'm not even sure if I'll need a second coat. This actually looks pretty good. Oops. I think I will. So then I'm just gonna paint. And I think I will do the bottom. needs a little bit more over here. And a little bit on this side. Alright, so I'm just gonna let it dry for maybe 10 minutes and then we'll flip it over and then do the inside. I just didn't want to like get my fingerprints all over it because it's pretty smooth. Kind of happy with it. So while we're waiting for this to dry, I kind of have a fun thing to show you. So as I said, I was gonna kind of remodel my backyard, and I found little bee solar lights. They're actually kind of cute. I'll probably put them wrap them around my sunbrella out there with my patio table. But yeah, and they're like little lights. They're cute. So this will actually dry really quickly. It is still wet in like little places, but it's dry enough that I can flip it over. But yeah, it only took like probably 5 minutes, not even, to dry. That's good paint. It's just dollar store too. Anyways, let's start this. Sorry if you can hear kids outside. It's been really beautiful weather here, so we're just all trying to get outside at the park out there. How's the weather where you guys are? Hopefully it's spring weather and hopefully that winter weather's all gone. It's about 14 degrees today, so it's really nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna let that dry again, and then I'm definitely going to leave it for a good hour just to make sure it's fully dried, and then we will put everything together. Alright, so I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so we're gonna assemble it now. So we'll start with this, and as I mentioned kind of in the beginning, With the second part right here, you don't need that if you have like a flat surface here. If I try to do that, like there's chances of it like falling and stuff, so just for safety, especially with the fire going on it, I am gonna put this on here, and it literally just keeps it more stable. So let's start filling it, just the bottom part with rocks. That will keep this from like burning and stuff too much. A little bit of warning here, this does get very, very hot. It is actually meant for like cooking, when you have like one of those, I forget what they're called, but like big trays and stuff, but a lot of people have used it for like a little mini table fire. I have seen other people use it indoors, but I'm not gonna do that. I think the one with the wick or a certain one is safe indoors, but I'm gonna definitely keep this one outside, just to be safe. All right, so let's start filling this with rocks. This one's kind of neat. It's like a tiger color. That's kind of cool. Alright, so now I have about that much on the bottom, and I'm going to just kind of put that in the center. And then you're gonna put rocks around it. I'm gonna fill it up to about like where the rim is for that, and then I'm gonna add some of these and kind of scatter them amongst the rocks. And when I get right to the top, then we'll put the rubies in. Alright, so I did get it a little bit above the rim part. That's alright. We're gonna go in and put these around and see how it looks. Rubies. We're just gonna put them in as quarterly. There. All right, so I'm gonna bring this outside and we'll light it and see what it looks like. Again, it will be very hot, so if you're using one of these, when it's like, when you light it, do not put your hand over it. A lot of times it'll look like it's not lit. It actually is. Sometimes you don't see the flame. At nighttime, you have a better chance of seeing it. During the day, it probably won't even look like it's on. So just be aware of that. yeah, so let's go see it all lit up. Alright, so we're outside, we're just gonna light it. There you go. You see how the flame, it actually kind of makes a glowing effect with the not like the normal rocks, but the other ones.